California has always been one of the most expensive places to live in the US, and Palm Springs specifically is home to some really pricey real estate. But did you know just 5 minutes away, there is a small community with some of the cheapest homes for sale in all of California? This is Windy Point, and it caught my eye the other day when a home was listed for $22,000. Okay, that ended up being a typo. They forgot a zero, but even at that, it's one of the cheapest houses for sale west of the Colorado River. I go to Palm Springs a lot, and I had never heard of this area, but you can buy parcels of land for $60,000 with huge mountain views and be just 5 minutes away from world-class golf, dining, and an international airport. This gives Joshua Tree a run for its money, so I had to go check it out.
Welcome to Palm Springs. The local time is 10:17 a.m.
If you're new here, hi, I'm Monica, the traveling realtor. When I'm not selling homes in Seattle, I'm exploring real estate all over the world to report it back to you. From $18,000 houses in West Virginia to painted pools of David Bowie. Today's video is a good one because it's in my favorite city of all time, Palm Springs, and this time I'm actually interested in buying this house myself. I can't believe I ended up buying a house in this video. What the heck? Let's go see if California's cheapest house is worth it.
I'm surprised this is still considered Palm Springs. Is that an Airstream over there?
We're turning into the neighborhood now. Yes, go straight here. The neighborhood actually surprised me. It's obviously no Beverly Hills. You have your fair share of homes that are a bit run down, but there was a fair share of ones that were kind of fixed up. We even had some new construction homes, a pre-construction, beautiful looking modern home, and several empty lots just waiting for new developments with seriously beautiful views. But most intriguing to me, all of the mid-century modern homes sprinkled about. And in this community, some were in good shape, some were in not so good shape. Ours in question, in not so good shape. However, across the street, there was actually one in really nice shape. I was able to find photos of it online to give you guys an idea of the potential this home has. So its dilapidatedness does not scare me. I just love this wall. It is so pretty. Let's go. It's just wild. The mountain's so pretty. We're in.
My goodness, we made it, guys.
This is Eric. He's my realtor in Palm Springs. I absolutely love him. He has an amazing eye for design, and he recently bought a fixture like this in Palm Springs as well. It actually half burned down, and we're gonna check it out later in this episode. Shameless plug for him because I love him. If you need any help buying or selling in Palm Springs, shoot me an email. I would gladly connect you with him. He's amazing.
So Monica, come into your new house. This is the new palace.church.
Let's take a quick tour. This is a 900 square foot home. It opens up with the kitchen on the left and the living space immediately here. I love the ceiling. The beams are beautiful, and it's got this great brick fireplace. The floor plan's really nice of it, actually. I love the fireplace.
I would sandblast it, get all the paint off.
Along here is where you would put the kitchen, and then going down the hallway, you've got a couple closets for storage and utilities like HVAC, washer and dryer, all of that sort of stuff. Now headed into the bedrooms, they're actually a pretty good size. You could definitely fit a queen bed in here. And in the second bedroom, I love the clerestory windows you have, and I think the brick is a really nice feature as well. And to wrap it all up, you have one bathroom, which I don't know why they decided, hey, let's keep the disgusting toilet, but let's retile the shower. Overall, the house might scare off a lot of people, but I see a lot of charm and character in this home. It's such a little gem, and it's got this amazing view. But I had to ask Eric, what does he think of it?
So surprisingly, walking in, it was a bit more of a wow for me than I thought it was going to be. It's small, but it's got a great layout. I think there's quite a bit of work to be done, but I don't think it's as big of a task that we thought it could be.
I really like the home and I really like the price, but I still don't know about the area. It's called Windy Point, and let me tell you, it was very, very windy this day. The next day we actually went back to the house and it was a little less windy, but I'm just scared that it's windy here all the time. This is not bad, actually.
Yeah, well, you've got these trees that are really helping.
Yeah.
But wow, what a view.
I know.
Yeah.
It is tempting. Like, it's honestly still crazy to wrap my mind around how it's only about 7 minutes from Palm Springs for $200,000. Eric recently sold a vacant lot in Palm Springs for $500,000. There is value in redeemable qualities to this property. And get this, it already has 10 offers on it. 10 offers after being on the market for 2 days. After 2 very windy days in all of the desert, we finally have a pretty calm day. So I'm gonna head over to Windy Point one last time, and this is gonna be the ultimate test. Is it always windy in Windy Point even when it's not windy everywhere else? Or is it just windier in Windy Point when it's windy everywhere? If it's super windy even on this calm day, I have no hope for that house or that community. But if it's pretty calm, then I'm intrigued. I used to be very afraid of windmills. I'm getting over that fear with this house hunting. All right, I just got here to Windy Point, and it is in fact not a windy day at all. It's actually really nice. I'm not just fixating on wind because I hate wind. There's actually a good reason for this. The desert is a windy place and there's no avoiding that to an extent, but some areas are windier than others, and the less windy areas have higher home values. This 1,800 square foot ranch style home is listed for $899,000 in the north side of town, which tends to be much windier, whereas this 1,800 square foot ranch style home is listed $250,000 higher in the less windy south side of town. With this location, it begs the question, is this the next up and coming spot to invest, or is it constantly so windy that there's a reason it's still not really developed? Having gone today and seeing that it is less windy at times gave me a little bit of hope, but now we gotta crunch the numbers and see if the price of this house really makes sense, because there is a lot of work to do. Is this home worth investing into at all? If we look at the comps in this area, it's a small community, so there's not a lot to pull from, but I did find a really good comp. It's also a 900 square foot home without a pool. It sold in June for $455,000. Taking that into consideration and some other comps, I'm gonna say if this house is fixed up, it could probably sell for $450, $475, maybe in the 500s if we're lucky. But how much would it cost to fix this home up? There's a lot that needs to be done, and I'm no stranger to renovations. I have a house in Palm Springs that me and my sister did renovate, and renovations always cost more than you think they will. They always take more time than you think they will. So this is like a really rough estimate of some of the things I noticed right off the bat from just seeing it once that would need to be done. Number one, it 100% will need a new foam roof. That will be roughly $10,000. Every home in this community had a fenced in perimeter. A fence at the very cheapest might be $8,000. And then depending on if you wanna go with one of those nicer, fancier brick walls, Eric told me that could be closer to $30,000 to $40,000. Some tree removal, I'm gonna factor in $2K per big tree. I'm only seeing like 3 trees that really need to kind of be removed. That'd be $6K. New electrical throughout, $30K. Opening up the walls, redoing the drywall, around $10K. It needs some sort of flooring, $15K. I know for a fact that sewer line's in very poor condition, I'm sure. I'd say $20K for that. Maybe repainting, refurbishing the exterior in and of itself might be another $5K. We've got this total so far, and that's not even hitting on any sort of aesthetics, right? A new kitchen could be another $20K. If you want to add a pool, pools cost around $80,000 right now. I think it could be done around $150,000. It could look really, really nice at $200,000. So you'd be taking the $229,000 home, putting in $200,000, being all in at $429,000, and I think at that point it could be worth around $500,000. So there is kind of a deal to be had here, which is super intriguing, but they mysteriously pulled the home off the market today. I don't know the story as to why the home got taken off the market, but even if it would have stayed on, I chose not to offer on this home. And the reason for this was because I felt this home, with all the work it needed done, having already 10 offers on it, you'd be overpaying for this house. I learned my lesson the hard way when I bought my Airstream trailer. If you don't know that story, I paid $12,000 for an Airstream trailer just to find out everything in it was messed up. Everything would need to be redone. So I essentially paid $12,000 for an aluminum shell. And it was probably the worst purchase I've ever made in my entire life. And I learned from that. And in this scenario, I am afraid that really what you're buying is you're buying the land and you're buying a mid-century modern home shell with everything that needs to be redone. And if this gets bid up and up and up, I am just afraid people are not going to realize this house needs everything fixed. If anything, I think buying parcels of land in this community is where it's at. I actually really fell in love with this parcel right here, listed for $65,000. If you've been considering building in maybe Joshua Tree or something like that, I would suggest checking out Windy Point because it might be the next up and coming thing. While it was fun dreaming up what this cheap old house could be, our story is not over yet because I actually did not leave California empty-handed. After seeing such a big project and having gone through a project myself, I decided, you know what, I don't want to do another project. So while I was out there, the perfect house popped up in a great location, completely turnkey, ready to go, and me and my boyfriend Jason offered on it. I'm like nervous. Oh my gosh, me and Jason offered on a house today. It's not crazy competitive, but there is one other offer on the table and we're not sure if we'll get it. And our offer was accepted yesterday. I know, this all happened so quick. So I went to California with the intention of potentially buying the cheapest home available and left with one quadruple the price. I don't want to share too much info yet because we're still in contract. We need to get through the inspection, the appraisal, all the things, and I want to take ownership before I show you guys everything about this home and why I bought it, but I am super excited. I can't believe I ended up buying a house in this video. What the heck? I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. Here's a little sneak peek. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. This is like a dream come true. So you're gonna want to subscribe to my channel to tune into my next episode on this new house that I bought. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you didn't get enough cheap old home content, I do have a video where I went to an $18,000 house in Wheeling, West Virginia. Yes, it actually was $18,000. Had the link below. Definitely go check out that video. It's a good one if you haven't seen it yet. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.